And we're live. Go us. Alright, it's only about a 3-second delay. That's not too bad. Alright. Well, welcome everyone to another exciting race in the Super Metroid Randomizer Accessibility Tournament. We have OhDeeR versus Obsulete. I am your commentator, the Cheese Reaver. Swap Space will be so kind and be our restreamer for the day, and we have Pizza34 on tracking, which makes my life a little easier. Because tracking plus commentating, well, it can be done, and I've done it. It's easier when you got somebody doing that, so you can just focus on the race. The race is starting a little late. Obsulete had some internet issues and had to have a technician come out and mess with it, but he seems to be in now. And they are checking to make sure they have the same hash, and it should be starting shortly. So once again, welcome everybody. We're going to kick this thing off soon, and it's going to be fun. So, what kind of items do you all like to see as your first item? Because as we know, in the accessible tournament, we due to the way the logic works, the ceiling deboost is not in logic. So if you don't find Morph Ball on the Morph pedestal, your options for what can be on the Morph pedestal are very limited. Pretty much ice, high jump, and space jump. I think it has to be one of those three if it's not Morph Ball, because one of those three would allow you to get up to the ceiling. I believe this is the layout that C&I made up. And it looks like our racers are headed off. It's going to be a good one, y'all. So we've got OhDeeR on the left and Obsulete on the right. We've got about 3 seconds between their timers, but c'est la vie. Yeah, well, I don't think Spazer can be the first item in this logic, so that's, a thing. All right, let's take a look. Looks like OhDeeR going for the Moonfall, and he gets it. And looks like Obsulete also going for it. And, doesn't quite get enough speed to get past that last platform. Let's see, how many pits do we have? I missed OhDeeR's. Obsulete catches a couple. That's okay. So we'll soon get to find out what's on the Morph pedestal. And survey says, high jump boots. High jump boots, my personal favorite item, and what I consider the best movement item in the game. Mostly because of how much you miss them when you don't have them. That's right, Daniel. You guessed correctly. You win absolutely nothing because there were no prizes involved. But good for you. Stars was pointing out that early high jump can mess with early game movement. It can, especially the climb. The climb is really where those early high jump boots can mess with you the most, because the climb is mostly muscle memory, but high jump boots in the climb throws off that muscle memory pretty hard. But looks like they got super missiles there at the right side of Retro Bryn, and an E-Tank at Alpha Missiles. Well, and some people do prefer it, but it messes with my muscle memory. I won't lie, but yep, there we go. We have an E-Tank in the construction zone. No power bombs, so no ability to check the item to the left of Morph Ball, nor the item underneath old Mother Brain. Now, Brennan, I'm not that bad. It was only that one time, and Amadeus bet me. All right, that's all. That's all I got to say. But all right. So no bomb equipment just yet, which means that Bomb Chorizo will either have to have bombs or power bombs. Yes, if Amadeus drops in, I have no doubt that there will be at least one yeet in the chat. It'll happen. I don't know that an official yeet count was ever given. And I don't want to have to watch that race back and hear myself say it that many times to do one. Alright. Obsulete having a little trouble with the climb, possibly due to those high jump boots messing with the muscle memory. As OhDeeR going to make their way into the bombs freezer room and find power bombs. Alright, so power bombs gives them access to the left side of Parlor and the ability to continue with the game, because if you don't find power bombs there, you're not going to get much of anywhere. Or I guess if you don't find bombs or power bombs there. OhDeeR not going to go for the Alcatraz escape, which isn't surprising because Alcatraz with high jump boots is so much harder than Alcatraz without him. Yes, Brennan, my wife was yelling at me about yeeting so much by the end. Alright, looks like OhDeeR going to do the very early wreck ship, which is an interesting choice. Or maybe just wanted to check the mode item. Looks like he just wanted to check the mode item. No problem with that. And Obsulete gonna go check the dental plan missiles. And just an E-tank at dental plan. Jay talking about some super exciting news coming for the channel. I already know what it is, but I won't spoil it for Jay. And OhDeeR going to head back towards the parlor. Must have just been checking that mode item just in case. And looks like OhDeeR is also going to go make a check of the dental plan as Obsulete heads into Terminator. And a couple more supers at the Terminator item. Always nice to find supers, especially early. We'll have to see whether Obsulete decides to check the backside of Gauntlet, and it looks like they are going to. And also get a couple of free power bombs for their trouble. And looks like, ooh, gravity suit on the right side of the back of Gauntlet. So Obsulete now knows where the gravity suit is. We will have to see what they do with that piece of information. Not having enough power bombs to actually go straight to Gauntlet and do them and do it. But knowledge is power. If G.I. Joe taught me anything. So we will have to see whether OhDeeR also decides to check the backside of Gauntlet with a power bomb, or just heads on to Brinstar. Looks like OhDeeR just gonna head straight to Brinstar. So we will have to see where that leads. And Obsulete going to head into Bryn Reserve, gets the nice mock ball through the door, and finds power bombs, super missiles, and those power bombs will allow Obsulete to go to the Gauntlet if they choose. And with Obsulete knowing what's at the backside of the Gauntlet, I expect that choice will be made. Though they don't, Obsulete does not officially have logical access to the Gauntlet. There is a pretty precise set of wall jumps that can get you to Gauntlet without having bomb, space jump, speed booster to get up there officially. A couple more missiles at early supers. How ironic. But looks like there were super missiles behind, and yep, Ron Popeil was all super missiles. Super missiles under the Crumble Bridge. Just gobs of super missiles, scads of them. We More super missiles than you could shake a stick at. And you could shake a stick at a lot of super missiles. Obsulete gonna head down to the Edicoons. OhDeeR looks not super happy to find those missiles. He shot at them a couple of times. But, I mean, you have to pick up some missiles. Well, okay, you don't have to. You probably should pick up some missiles. As Obsulete finds more supers at Edicoons. Let's see if they pop the door. Looks like it did. And more supers. You get a super missile, and you get a super missile, and you get a super missile. Super missiles for everybody. Alright, and Obsulete does drop down into the Edicoon pit, so we're gonna go check the Edicoon power bomb item. As OhDeeR is heading into Edicoons. So our runners thus far, other than OhDeeR doing that quick check of the moat, really taking the same path. Obsulete turned off their high jump boots to do Alcatraz. I don't believe they ever turned them back on. So we'll have to see whether they remember to do that. And they found more super missiles at power bombs. And OhDeeR's health getting a little low down here in the Edicoon pit. We want to be very careful. Because those B-toms can put a hurt on you if they decide to grab you. Plus those Zebs do, I believe, 10 or 20 damage. But Obsulete gonna head into Big Pink. There's that power bomb. And finds more supers at the middle of Big Pink. Already at 45 super missiles. Smokey letting me know that those Zebs do 20 damage each. What is this seed? I don't know, Swap. You're the one that rolled it, so I'm gonna blame you for it. Alright. Oh, Obsulete takes a hit from the big hopper. Doesn't want to take another one of those. Those big side hoppers doing 80 damage a shot without any suits. And Obsulete finds the first reserve tank. Decides to pick it up, though it looks like they might have been trying to jump over it, but trying to jump over that item is pretty tough. It's a pretty tight jump. But Obsulete finds more supers at charge missiles. As OhDeeR makes his way into Big Pink. And the charge item is an E-Tank, which Obsulete will happily pick up, as their health was pretty dicey there. Yeah, usually when you're that low on health, you're actually kind of happy to see an E-Tank. And OhDeeR deciding... Okay, is going to check Mission Impossible. And looks like Obsulete's going to try to backdoor Spore Spawn. And looks like they got it. Yep, saw the screen shake and then all the way through. So, backdoor Spore Spawn. As OhDeeR picks up that reserve tank at Mission Impossible. And the Varia suit at Spore Spawn. So Obsulete now knows where Varia is and knows where the gravity suit is. So that's big. We'll have to see whether OhDeeR decides to do the early or the backdoor Spore Spawn. Obsulete remembering to turn those high jump boots back on, as that does, for most people, make the wave gate glitch a good bit easier. Though technically not in logic without the wave beam. now we have a high five from our runners, both of them in the wave gate room. OhDeeR having that moonwalk to really make that setup a lot easier. If you don't use moonwalk, you can do a quick turnaround morph ball against the wall. And Obsulete also gets it. Are you guys making cheese puns in the chat? I mean, I appreciate it if you are, but well, I think Obsulete turned them back on and then turned them back off. Turned them on, tried to get the high jump boot version of the skip, and wasn't able to, so turned them back off to get the one where you jump out of the doorway. OhDeeR going to backdoor Spore Spawn and find the Varia suit, which is very good. That, you know, he'll have the Varia suit, but he doesn't know where gravity is, and that Varia suit could send OhDeeR into a lot of non-correct directions looking for that gravity suit. I also agree that I find the high jump version of the wave gate glitch easier, but I know some people that prefer the non-high jump version. And I mean, as long as it works for you. I know some people that go fight Spore Spawn. That's okay. Not that Spore Spawn's actually going to help you do the wave gate. That'd be backdooring Spore Spawn. Regardless. That's true. That's true. Rats love cheese, so you guys should just love me to death. I'm just throwing that out there. And as Obsulete, I thought about it for a second, and looks like Obsulete's going to go check Billy Mays. Which, I mean, I found some good stuff in Billy Mays in these seeds, so nothing wrong with that. If I have Moonwalk on, I find the high jump version of it much easier. If I don't, I find the high jumpless version easier. Just depends on whether I have Moonwalk going or not. And both of our runners going back into Retro Bryn. As Obsulete gets that jump into Billy Mays and finds Plasma at Billy Mays. So you get a nice powerful beam out of it, and a missile back. So still, Plasma, very nice beam, very powerful beam. Basically makes every enemy, every normal enemy, non-bosses, prior to lower Norfair, die in one to two shots. And OhDeeR also going to check Billy Mays and find that plasma beam. Obsulete deciding, gonna go back to Green Bryn, or nope, gonna go up the elevator. I expect we will see Obsulete make their way up towards the gauntlet. Assuming that they can do the wall jumps, because it is a pretty tight set of wall jumps to get to gauntlet without speed, bombs, or space jump. OhDeeR also going to head up. So maybe OhDeeR will make what we know is going to be the correct play and head towards the gauntlet on this sweep upward. We'll have to find out. As Obsulete makes their way back up the parlor. I expect out to the ship. Well, Obsulete is also currently out of power bombs, so would need to go back to the ship to refill regardless. Refills, catches a save, which especially if they're going to head towards Gauntlet, I definitely agree with catching a save, because Gauntlet can be a very dangerous place. Obsulete does have the Various suit, which is going to take care of some of that environmental damage, make that acid do not as much damage, but still, Gauntlet can hurt. And looks like OhDeeR also going to head out to the ship to get a refill, and hopefully for their sake, heads to the Gauntlet. Thus far we've had a very close match. Our runners pretty much mirroring each other, and have always been within a room or two of each other. And we can hope that that continues throughout, because, you know, everybody loves a nice close match. They're more fun to commentate, they're more fun to watch. The only time I don't want a match to be close is when I'm racing, because, you know, I want to beat them soundly. And looks like OhDeeR is going to make what we know is the Cosmic Brain play and check the Gauntlet. And there is Nope Tank number 2 at the Gauntlet. Obsulete says no thank you. Or nope thank you. Is going to make their way through the back half of the Gauntlet. Which, having power bombs and having that Various suit is going to make that a lot easier of a go. And makes it through with plenty of energy to spare. Well, now see Obsulete head down and grab that gravity suit. Boom. So that is a gravity suit on our right hand screen, and won't be too long until we have one on the left side. So both of our runners will have both suits about 21 minutes in-ish. So we'll have to see, now that Obsulete has both suits, where do they go with that information? Do you head direct ship? Do you head down Red Tower? OhDeeR accidentally clearing out more of the breakable blocks than he wanted to. He can do that. There we go. And he will see that gravity suit on the right hand side and be absolutely ecstatic to see it. And doesn't want those power bombs. Already has 15, which is the number you really want if you never find Ice Beam for the Metroids in Turian. Having 15 power bombs makes sure that you won't have to refill. And we have what looks to be our first real deviation. We have OhDeeR going to head back through Brinstar, as looks like Obsulete might be heading for the wrecked ship. Oh no, has gravity and high jump, so does have logical access. Because you can do just with a normal running jump, you can make this, but it looks like Obsulete is going to set up for the gravity jump. Smokey, if that emote is not showing up for you, you may need better TTV. It's another add-on like Frankerface Z that also adds more. It's basically the same idea, but just adds different ones. Yeah, this is in logic. So Obsulete heading into the wrecked ship. OhDeeR gonna head down Red Tower. Has high jump, has Varia, has gravity, and has plenty of super missiles. So we may see OhDeeR make a beeline for Lower Norfair. Ooh, an Obsulete finds the wave beam. Shout out to Smokey. Smokey gets to show off that awesome new emote. Come on, give it to us, Smokey. There it is. Check out that emote. That's a cool looking emote. Unfortunately, I was so excited about the wave beam, I did not see what OhDeeR found at the Spazer location. But there are no new major items tracked on his tracker, so I'm gonna guess it was an ammo item of some variety. Yeah, we do have a nice divergence. They for the first 20 minutes, they took basically the same path. But now we have a nice divergence with Obsulete about to take on Fantoon. And an E-Tank at the Kraid missile, and it looks like OhDeeR is going to grab it. A little extra energy never hurt. Alright, so Obsulete taking on the Elephant Ghost. No charge beam, so I expect we will see Doppler strats, as if you don't have charge beam, that's pretty much your only option. But luckily, having that gravity and Varia suit is only taking 10 damage per hit instead of 40 from Fantoon, making the fight significantly less dangerous. And we're going to have boss fights on both screens. We've got OhDeeR about to start up that Kraid fight, as Obsulete's still doing battle with Fantoon. Fantoon looking pretty red, and OhDeeR pulling off a nice Kraid quick kill. Very nicely done. And finds at Varia, misses. Clearly not what OhDeeR was looking for, as he shuns them. Obsulete looks like probably just that super. Yep, and that super finishes off Fantoon for Obsulete. So that is one boss down for each of our runners. Pete, don't forget to track bosses. I know it's easy to forget, because I do it all the time, but don't forget. Alright, and OhDeeR gonna check the frog pocket. We'll find the third reserve tank. Wah, wah. Well, is he gonna go get it, or is he may just be farming power bombs? Just farming power bombs. Right, so Obsulete gonna check the right side supers item here in the wreck ship. We'll have to see what they find, and it's missiles. So you get real excited because they're gonna find a new item, and it turns out to just be missiles. And then you're not as excited. I mean, you need a certain number of missiles, but yeah, you know. Kraid's E-Tank was a reserve tank, Smokey. And Obsulete finds the grapple beam at the left side supers. Grapple beam, very nice. Enables a much easier kill of Dragon. Probably what I would consider definitely what I would consider the easiest kill of Dragon, as well as being great for farming purposes, especially in like Lower Norfair. As OhDeeR finds an E-Tank at the Ice Palace. And Obsulete gonna catch a save before heading through the Pointy Room of Life, which I like the decision. The Pointy Room of Life has cost many people's existence. And OhDeeR trying to get the Iceless Escape. and gets it. Nicely done by OhDeeR. That is not an easy trick. And then you see the Spiky Room of Death hired a PR marketing firm and had themselves rebranded as the Pointy Room of Life, as OhDeeR finds the Ice Beam. So that's a nice find. That's an ice find. But no, the Ice Beam really is a very nice thing to find. Makes Turian a lot faster and safer, and makes your drops better. If OhDeeR knows the ice, the ice clip can get to Bot Wound and Dragon using that without having found Speed Booster, and Ice Beam is just generally useful. Right. So Obsulete up in the attic. I expect OhDeeR does know Ice Clip, as OhDeeR is in the randomizer league, which in that logic, the Ice Clip can be required to get to Bot Wound. But still, not everybody knows every trick. And that's okay. That's what we're all about here at SMRAT. Accessibility. The only thing you need to know how to do to run this logic is wall jump and infinite bomb jump, and shine spark, but only the straight up ones. Because we're all about accessibility and inclusivity here at SMRAT and Speedrunners Arena. Alright, Obsulete. Thinking about checking Wreck Ship Reserve, but does not. It doesn't have Speed Booster to pick it up regardless of what is there. And then the Sky Missiles are a very difficult item to get your hands on if you do not have a flight item of some variety, be it Speed Booster, Space Jump, bombs for infinite bomb jump. And OhDeeR, finding the other way to get to Bot Wound, right there, finds the Speed Booster at the Norfair Reserve first missile. I'm sure that room probably has a name other than that, but I don't know what it is. And Sky Missiles are just Sky Missiles. So we have speed. Give him what he needs. Just some speed. Obsulete, about to head towards the bowling alley. We'll have to see. Will it be a strike? Will it be a spare? Will it be the dreaded gutter ball or the 7-10 split? I don't know. Which one would be? I guess the gutter ball is worse than the 7-10 split. But I mean, I guess what a gutter ball would be 2 reserve tanks, or maybe in this logic 2 missile tanks, as opposed to a 7-10 split, which would be, you know, you got something vaguely useful. I don't know things. Regardless, Obsulete in the bowling alley, and OhDeeR looks like he's probably headed toward the lower Norfair. The velocity amplifier. I can almost guarantee we will see OhDeeR skip the top half of the wreck ship. Even if charge is here, these seats do have enough ammo that generally you can get through them chargeless. I did not see what was at the wreck ship reserve missile, but I don't think Obsulete picked it up, whatever it was. Right, OhDeeR. Doing the gravity jump through the lava dive, and gets it very nicely. Well done. So unfortunately for Obsulete, other than that wave beam, the wreck ship was kind of a dud. Hey, Colby Jack is awesome, and I will fight anyone IRL for saying otherwise. All cheese is delicious cheese. That's true. We don't know what's at Wreckship Reserve, and I expect we never will. Because I don't expect OhDeeR to ever go up there, and I don't expect Obsulete to go back. It could be Charge. Charge probably being the biggest potential item that it could be at this point, being we know where Ice, Plasma, Wave are. Space Jump would be pretty nice. I don't expect we'll see OhDeeR do so. I expect after Lower Norfair, we'll see OhDeeR go into Meridia. Because OhDeeR is definitely 100% capable of completing the seed without finding the charge beam. And wouldn't need to pick up that much more ammo to pull that off. Exactly. Having high jump boots, they don't need space jump. They'd like it. Ooh, but OhDeeR having some issues in the amphitheater, taking some acid damage. Luckily has that gravity suit. Oh, better. Whoo! OhDeeR having a not great time in the amphitheater, but makes it out alive. Should probably clear out. Might be looking to Crystal Flash, but can't because OhDeeR still has stuff in reserve. You cannot Crystal Flash if you have anything in your reserve tanks. And now is one power bomb down from being able to Crystal Flash, but could go to the Fire Fleas and easily both get his health down low enough to Crystal Flash and get a power bomb to Crystal Flash. There we go. They're going to... Oh, it finds the charge beam at the Fire Fleas. So that's a nice one. That, for a runner of OhDeeR's caliber, that is going to put OhDeeR in full go mode. So I don't expect we will see him check almost any other item throughout. But it looks like OhDeeR is going to go for the Crystal Flash. Yep, damages himself down plenty and does the Crystal Flash. Spending 10 of each ammunition parameter, missiles, super missiles, and power bombs in order to fully refill health and reserves, but your health has to be 50 or below in order to do it with nothing in your reserves. But now OhDeeR is going to need to farm up a couple of power bombs in order to make it through Lower Norfair. Needs 5 on the way down and 6 on the way up if without Spring Ball or regular bombs. Oh, Strat log pointing that out, that our tracker has unfortunately marked charge on the wrong side. Come on, Pete. Get your head in the game, and nah, it's fine. We've all done it, I promise. OhDeeR still trying to farm up a couple more power bombs. That is true. If you want to know who to add, the tracker is on screen next to the mouse. I am once again the Cheese Reaver, and Swap is our restreamer. OhDeeR making his way past the 3 amigos. Using the frames given by that plasma beam to just run straight through them without having to take any damage. And is going to catch the pre-Ridley save, which I never disagree with the pre-Ridley save. You know, you got a good bit of ammo, but You're still fighting Ridley. Things can still happen. As Obsulete picks up that E-Tank, that was the Kraid missile item. And OhDeeR is actually going to check Power Bombs of Shame, and validates the run. That Spring Ball. Peepo SB. Oh, do we not have Peepo SB as one of our Frankerface Z emotes? Jay, you gotta fix that, man. That's downright unacceptable. That is true. While OhDeeR has validated his run standard style, Obsulete has validated their run smoky style. And no, I don't believe either of our runners will be betting on Croxy today. How sad. You'll have to sign the channel up for Frankerface Z, and then you can select what emotes you want to be active in your channel, and you just have to find that one. There's a lot of Super Metroid related emotes. But more important than that, we have Obsulete taking on Kraid. Fortunately, does not get the quick kill, but that means we get to see Kraid, the largest creature in the game. That's right, nothing is as large as a standing up Kraid. Not Ridley, not Dragon, not Phantoon, Kraid. Not even Mother Brain, Kraid. Alright, OhDeeR going to farm up a little bit prior to Ridley. Technically has enough supers to finish off Ridley, but may want a couple of safety shots. Goes ahead and kills off the Ghidorah. As Obsulete is going to head out of Kraid's lair into the warehouse. One note, Baby Bell mini white cheddar discs. They're awesome. Alright, the Peepo SB. It's what Smokey typed up, and a couple of messages before that. You definitely want that one. Cap-A-Tank is a pretty good one. Feels Samus Man is a good one. I don't know. We'll have this discussion while there's not an exciting race going on. As OhDeeR finishes off the Space Pelican, murdering the Pelican in its own home. Obsulete does see the Ice Beam at high jump. Oh, that's right. Daniel made a Frankerface Z one to always bet on Croc, which is awesome. And I need to make sure to add it to my channel. Yeah, Dark. If you search for him, you'll find no shortage of good Metroid-related Frankerface Z icons. I love the Keep the Faith one. I will now have to put it on my channel. That is awesome. Unfortunately, that means I'll have to remove something from my channel because I'm at my maximum. Obsulete gonna check the Cathedral missile item, just sees supers and is unconcerned. Did Obsulete pick up ice and then immediately turn it off? Looks like they're not firing with ice attached at the moment. I would, as much as I would love one of them to keep the face, Glacio Sousa, in this race, I don't expect it to happen, unfortunately. I mean, we all know how much I love to bet on Croc-Z. I love to keep the faith, but alright, and OhDeeR, still checking items. Not sure what he's really looking for at this point. But could just be looking for some safety items. Maybe looking for a wave to complete that beam combo. Space jump would be nice, but space jump can't be in lower Norfair in this logic. Screw attack would be nice, though almost out of lower Norfair, and lower Norfair is really where screw attack shines. Looks like Obsulete is attempting to get up Bubble Mountain, but is being blocked by King Attack. Defeats the true boss of Norfair. He's gonna head towards the speed booster location as OhDeeR pops out, not very far from there. Pops out of lower Norfair and is going to make his way probably out of Norfair. Obsulete just finding missiles at speed booster. Which I don't believe we saw any of these checked by OhDeeR. I think OhDeeR checked the Norfair reserve item, but that was the only one. At least some of them are working, because we've got the upside down Franker Phase Z. The Z-Rec Narf. Oh, is Obsulete gonna? Nope, no, that's not gonna be a croc check. That is, Obsulete is gonna head to lower Norfair, it would seem. As OhDeeR is laying that power bomb to crack the tube to head into Meridia. Yep, looks like Obsulete is going to make the lower Norfair play. As OhDeeR is not going to check Mama Turtle. Just going to head right on over. Probably head straight to Botwound. Being pretty much, especially for a runner of OhDeeR's caliber, he's definitely in full go mode. I personally, I believe, have to race OhDeeR in the randomizer league some point in the next couple of weeks, and I'm looking forward to racing him, but I'm probably going to lose. And Obsulete gets the lava dive, nicely done. OhDeeR is going to take advantage of Plasma's abilities and Botwound's awful hitbox. Luckily Plasma negates that terrible hitbox. I don't know. Alright, sorry, I was off screen for a second and lost my place. Ooh, unfortunately, Obsulete not quite getting the fast pillars, but it looks like they're going to take another shot at it. Or maybe not. Nope, just going to go for the power bomb strat. Looks like OhDeeR was going to try for the halfie. Ooh, but didn't quite get the door open in time, unfortunately. Otherwise, he'd at least have had the halfie. That is true, we had bonkers on both sides. That was a very good effort for the halfie. OhDeeR may be used to having wave beam there so that you can open that door a little earlier from below. Otherwise you have to wait until you get above the ledge before you can open the door. Obsulete easily traverses the worst room in the game and is going to head up to generic rodent mascot missiles. And the generic rodent missiles are super missiles. That's not too bad. OhDeeR finishes off the shrimp and gets the spark suit. Oh no, that's just a regular blue suit. Oh no, Obsulete fell, unfortunately, after grabbing the rodent mascot missiles. That is unfortunate. So we're going to have to redo these pillars and redo the worst room in the game. OhDeeR's going to hold that blue suit, and I expect we will see a reverse halfie out of it. Might be a little high. Nope, made it. Got the nice reverse halfie. Nicely done by OhDeeR. Obsulete once again is working on the worst room in the game. No, Swap. I said worst room in the game, not worst item in the game. So, Obsulete traversing the amphitheater safely. Obsulete's also going to take advantage of Plasma's Hi Jay, how are you? Shouldn't you be studying or something? Alright, OhDeeR heading out of Meridia at the top of Red Tower, gonna head up towards the wrecked ship as Obsulete is in the wasteland and make their way down. Well, unfortunately, with that low health, those Disgigas in the wasteland can put a hurt on you. Check the power bombs of shame, which was the spring ball. Will Obsulete pick it up? And they do pick it up. So now we can see whether Peebo SB works. Does it work? Doesn't look like it just yet. But that's okay. We'll get that working. OhDeeR shine sparks across the moat. As Obsulete is about to take on the Kung Fu Pirates. Yeah, I definitely don't want to refresh chat right now because I will miss stuff. Alright, Carl Douglas's favorite set of space pirates have gone down. How sad. They just wanted to be Kung Fu fighting. OhDeeR getting the speedball into fan 2. Nicely done. Alright, so we have OhDeeR taking on Fan 2 as Obsulete farms up for Ridley. OhDeeR going to take advantage of that charge ice plasma and just do 4 missiles and then a charge shot, which I believe will 3-round Fantoon. Nobody tried to pull off the Fantoon skip today. OhDeeR finishes off Fantoon at 55.07. Obsulete is grabbing up some power bombs. It's like possibly gonna farm a little bit pre-Ridley. Farm a little more pre-Ridley. Obsulete has a sufficient number of super missiles as far as they're concerned, and therefore it is time to fight the Space Pelican. Dun dun dun! Space Pelican death! I mean, Ridley, totally not a pelican, except totally is a pelican. Getting a nice pogo pattern out of Ridley. As OhDeeR gets that very nice reverse ocean fly. It's always a pretty spark. No. OhDeeR did exactly kind of what I expected him to, and decided against checking anything in the wrecked ship. But is going to take at least a refill of the ship. We'll have to see whether OhDeeR catches a save or not. And Obsulete finds an energy tank after Ridley. I don't know whether OhDeeR grabbed that one or not. I just don't recall. But that's okay, one way or another. Going to speedball through the left side of Parlor so as to not waste a power bomb. Looks like Obsulete is trying to farm up a little bit post Ridley. OhDeeR makes his way towards Torian. Looks to be trying to farm up some supers here. OhDeeR going to enter Metroid room number 1. 2 Metroids down. 3 Metroids down. Oh my god, the 4th Metroid is down! As is to be expected. Alright, Metroid room number 2. Groups them very nicely and pops them with a single super missile. Metroid room number 3. 1 Metroid down. 2 Metroid down. 3 Metroid down. Did you get the Franker Face Z add-on for Chrome or Firefox? You'll need that for them to show up on yours. See whether OhDeeR goes for Baby Skip. Looks like he's going to give it a try. Doesn't have that wave beam, making it a more difficult skip. But OhDeeR, very talented runner, can definitely do it. And oh no, Obsulete skipping Fire Fleas, which is unfortunately where the charge beam is. Yeah, and as ladies, I don't know if that's small or smale, but no, sometimes the refresh works. And OhDeeR, oh, looks like OhDeeR got grabbed. Is OhDeeR in slow mode? OhDeeR is unfortunately in slow mode. That is not good. I expect we will see a pre-Mother Brain save with a very quick reset to fix that. As Obsulete is out of Lower Norfair. See them make their way, well, I expect to Meridia, as Dragon is the only boss remaining. Yeah, when the baby has you, your horizontal movement is slowed by like 90% or so. It's a very high number. Your vertical movement's not changed, but your horizontal movement is messed with big time. Alright, OhDeeR. Looks like OhDeeR's gonna try for the speed skip, the speed zip skip. Has that ice beam, so could do the ice one instead. Yeah, and OhDeeR does keep popping that door with super missiles. Gets it on, I believe that was the 3rd try, so nicely done. That's a nice speed zap skip. And is OhDeeR going to do the all super missile? OhDeeR is doing the all super missile Mother Brain one. Because why not? Alright. OhDeeR going to use, with that beam combo, I believe it is a full 30 shots to kill off Mother Brain 2. Just have to watch out for the catch-up, and there's the first catch-up. And manages to avoid getting double catch-up on that second one. I thought he might have gotten caught. Damage down to just over 300 health. And there's the rainbow beam. OhDeeR now in a cutscene as Obsulete takes on the Snack. Shoutouts to Wild Anaconda on OhDeeR's health. Vernon, I did say Brainbow. Isn't that what it's called? It's the Brainbow beam. If it's not called that, it should be. I thought it was. Who knew? Obsulete. Gonna probably try to farm up some supers for the Dragon fight. Look at that, we got a nice tiny CC for our schedule, which makes it much easier to program into Nightbot. Nicely done. Alright, OhDeeR in Mother Brain 3 with that Hyper Beam. Gonna murk some suckers. Oh, Strutlog, you built your own bot that says what the next race is. That's kinda cool! I like that. Alright, while I was fanboying out about that, OhDeeR finished off Mother Brain and is about to begin the escape. We have an emergency in Frecker Z. Oh no, Strat, like that's really cool. That way I don't have to find the schedule, pull up the schedule to see what race is next. I can just be like, boom. Schedule. That's what race is next. What? Alright, Obsulete. Taking on the shrimp with that speed booster. And it even tells you how long until the next one. That is freaking cool. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that's cool. I would have said another word, but I think Jay would ban me from commentary. It would have been a different F word coming out of my mouth, but I think we're supposed to try to keep this PG. So, I'm not going to. But yeah, it's heckin' impressive. There we go. Alright. OhDeeR making his way up the parlor. We'll have to see whether he decides to save the animals. That's a negatory. Guys, don't start trying to guess what F word I would have used. And OhDeeR has not done with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 31 seconds. Big time GG to OhDeeR. And Obsulete is going to be making their way towards Turian. Okay, Swap's handling the whether OhDeeR wants to interview or not. I forgot I'm not restreaming. I'm just commentating. It's weird. I'm not used to doing only one thing for a race. It messes with me. But so OhDeeR has finished it off, and using OhDeeR's credits, we will be able to find a couple of the items that we did not see. We did not see Space Jump, Spazer, Screw Attack, Bombs, or X-Ray. It has been a great race, and Obsulete is going to finish it off. So we got OhDeeR in the green room, so it shouldn't be long. And now we have OhDeeR in the voice chat. GG, OhDeeR.
Hello, thank you.
So, how'd you like that seed?
Well, it was my second SMRAT seed ever, so I liked it.
Only your second one.
Yeah, first one was the qualifier, and this was my second one. So I liked it very much.
You have not been taking part in any of our practice races.
Exactly.
I mean, you did good. I mean, you did a fine job. You found that early area, and then you made the right play to go find gravity at Gauntlet.
Yeah, well, I mismanaged my power bombs there, and I don't know if you saw my pause there when I realized, oh, I can't actually go back to Brinstar, so I guess I have to make the loop around.
Right, and then
and that ended up being advantageous. Pretty nice.
Yeah, because actually Obsulete had checked it on their way through the first time, because you can check those items from the bottom side with a power bomb. But so they knew, Obsulete knew where it was, but
okay.
You guys actually were basically in the gauntlet at pretty much the same time. The real difference came after that, where you ended up going down into Norfair and then into Lower Norfair, whereas Obsulete ran over into the wreck ship.
Yeah.
That's kind of where the where the paths diverged.
Yeah, I've made it a habit. As soon as I have the items for clearing Lower Norfair, I just do it.
Right, and I mean, with the way the logic works, there are certain items will never be in Lower Norfair. So you can, if you have the items to clear it, you can generally safely clear it and not have to worry about checking too much.
Yeah, I mean, I had some trouble in Lower Norfair with some bad movement, but
your amphitheater got a little dicey.
How often did I fall down? 3 times, 4 times?
I don't know how many times, but you left that room with not a whole lot of health.
Yeah.
But you farmed up a couple power bombs, got your crystal flash on, and you did a fine job.
Just a tiny bit panicking at that point.
Yeah, well, because really, as soon as you fall into that acid in the amphitheater, it's very easy to panic.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to, no, my feet are never going to touch any of that acid, and it's not going to matter. And then you fall in, and you're like, it's okay, I still have gravity, so I'm taking damage, but I can get out. And then you fall in again, and you really start freaking out.
Yeah.
Bug saying you had 19 hit points, and but you did still have your reserve, so
yeah,
that would have saved you a little bit.
I was so in panic that I even messed up the first crystal flash, and I had to go back and farm power bombs. It was a big mess, my Lower Norfair, but the rest went pretty nicely.
Yeah, you had good clean movement. You almost got that the halfie, but the door caught you. I would expect, at least for me, it would be I'm used to having wave beam at that point. If you don't have wave beam, you have to wait until you clear the ledge before you can open the door. Where if you have wave beam, you can do it beforehand.
Yeah.
But still, major GGs to you. This is your first match with Obsulete, right?
Yes. Second one is gonna be tomorrow.
We'll definitely all look forward to that, as Obsulete is about to run into the baby for the first time.
So I wasn't really sure what I was or whom I was up against, because I had never heard of Obsulete before we scheduled our matches, so I had no idea how good they were.
I'm also unfamiliar with Obsulete. I'm familiar with you. I think we actually have a race coming up in the randomizer league in a couple of weeks.
I'm gonna take revenge on you for giving me that one seed like 5 or 6 weeks ago.
I have no doubt that I did it, because I've given people some pretty bad ones.
No, you're gonna destroy me a second time. This time in a race.
We'll have to see.
Destroyed my mind with that seed, and now you're destroying the rest of me.
There we go. No, I'm sure it'll be a good one. And who knows? Those races like these can come down to one decision very easily.
Yeah.
You go up instead of down, and that's it.
I mean, in these SMRAT races, I'm having a lot of fun, because it's my second one. I haven't done a full rando outside of this in like 3 years, so I have no game plan pretty much. I just run everywhere where I can.
it's a very different feel than the major-minor split.
Yeah.
Because you're basically hundoing it until you get to whatever your version of go mode is, and then you stop checking anything.
Yeah. Like for the major item randos, you kind of have a regular game plan. You know in which order you can like full clear an area.
Right.
In this one, I'm just winging pretty much everything, and hope I don't forget anything.
You and basically all of us. That's pretty much par for the course with these. You just kind of wing it because
Yeah.
Other than this, you don't see a whole lot of full rando, getting played.
Yeah.
So it's a very different world, but
except
it's
for
an
when
interesting
Captain
twist.
Duck plays. Captain Duck likes to play full rando even on a major item rando.
He just likes to hundo things.
Yeah.
What we got? All right, so we've got Obsulete. Obsulete never found the charge beam, so is going to have to super missile Mother Brain 2 to death. But entered the fight with 69 supers.
Yeah. It was a very nice seed for chargeless.
It was, and really, I know you said you haven't played very many of these. Most of the SMRAT seeds that I have played, even the ones that I found charge, because it is the 3-3-1 split, you almost always will find enough super missiles to do chargeless.
Yeah.
It's 3-3-1 like the old total randomizer was.
Yeah, I really like having like 30 supers very early, because at that point you can pretty much kill every boss as long as you can get to them.
Yeah, I think you had 45 when you left Big Pink. It's just a ridiculous number of super missiles.
Yes.
That early in the game. An awesome number, but a ridiculous number. Alright. And the baby has latched on to Mother Brain on Obsulete's side. But yeah, so OhDeeR, any other thoughts about the race, the match, the whole tournament, whatever it is Jay's cooking up, any of that?
Not really. Like, I'm having a lot of fun with these, apparently. I didn't know that before, but now I have.
Now you know, and that's what's important.
Yeah, hope everyone keeps enjoying the races.
Well, people
personally, I'll be back tomorrow.
Well, there you go. Well, thanks for joining us, and thanks for racing, and Major GG.
Yeah, thanks, Jeez. Thanks for the commentary.
Thank you. And thank you to SwapSpace for our restream, and Pizza for our tracking. And while I'm thinking about it, you guys should follow these runners. You see, they're racing for your enjoyment. You can at least, for the very least, go on a website and hit a small button at the top that says follow. That's all it takes. All it takes. And you can make somebody's day by clicking a small button on the internet that costs you nothing. So follow the runners. Follow the restreamer. Follow our tracker Pizza. You can really follow me if you want to, but I got my specialty emote, and I'm not as concerned as I once was. For less than the cost of your daily coffee, you can follow a runner. In fact, literally for free, you can follow a runner. Alright, Obsulete has finished off Mother Brain 3 and enters the escape. Nah, Starisms, I still stream. I'm just less concerned about getting it. I wanted affiliate to get my emote, and then, whatever happens from that point, I'm less concerned about. I just wanted my custom emote. It's probably bad that was my only driving goal, but I'm cool with it. I've come to terms with it. There you go. Yeah, I still need to figure out and make my tier 2 and 3 emotes. I've only made my tier 1. Oh, Swap putting it out there that Obsulete is only 2 followers away from 50. 50 being the magic number you need for affiliate to get your own specialty. Let's give Obsulete some follows. I'm gonna do that right now. We have. Alright, so Obsulete makes their way through the parlor. That's true, Smokey. That's not all you need for affiliate. There's a viewer requirement as well. And we have a dot done from Obsulete with an official time of 1:18:58. So GG to Obsulete. GG to OhDeeR. GG to both of our runners. GG to all of our runners. Just GG to everybody. GG to you guys for watching and listening to me ramble for an hour. You guys are the real MVPs for listening to me for that long. And looks like Obsulete has hit the 50. Nicely done, everybody. That is a definite goal here, just in the J-Chat, Discord, and this community, as we want to get as many people to affiliate as possible. So, and we are joined by Obsulete. GG, Obsulete.
Thank you.
Nicely done. Yeah, you ran a good race. Just a decision here or there was really the only real difference. You guys were actually at the gauntlet. You guys were in the same room.
Nice.
But he went down to Lower Norfair, and you went to Wreck Ship.
I was thinking that's where I messed up.
Yeah, and that was really the major difference between the runs. But other than that, I mean, you know, it was a great watch. How did you enjoy the seed itself?
It wasn't too bad.
Anytime you get both both suits on the early side is a nice feeling.
Sometimes I don't like getting the suits early, because then if I don't have the suit yet, then I kind of know where I need to go. Getting them early, then it's, man, Meridia, Lower Norfair.
I mean, that's fair, because I guess if you get both of them early, you can go
it opens up
anywhere.
everything. Yep.
That's a fair point. But yeah, Charge was at Fireflea. Yeah, which we were very sad when we saw you skip it, unfortunately. But you had plenty of ammo to take out Mother Brain at that point. That is one good thing about these rat seeds, is they generally give you more ammo than you could ever truly need.
I half expected it to be at Ridley.
You know, I've seen it there a lot of times in these seeds.
I had 2 back-to-back practice seeds that had Charge at Ridley.
Oh wow!
And one of them was for a PB too, 5910.
Nice.
Just imagine what it would have been if I hadn't had to pick up 70 super missiles.
Yeah. I've had, I don't know how many of these I've raced, because I do a lot of the practice races, but I've had 5 or 6 of them where Gravity Suit has been in the Wreck Ship attic on the right-hand side. Gravity is there for me a lot for some weird reason, which is a painful place for it to be, because I hate checking that item. It takes so long. Oh, but looks like with a little prod towards our chat, we got you to 50 followers.
Wow, nice.
Congrats on that.
Thank you everybody that followed.
And yeah, but yeah, anything else to add about the seed, or anything in general?
Nope, I'm just looking forward to the next race.
Yeah, OhDeeR, we already had him in. He said you guys were racing again tomorrow?
Yep. 4 or 5 Eastern, I can't quite remember.
So
I have to look at it.
Tomorrow afternoon/evening. Well, we will definitely look forward to that. But with that, we'll give you one more GG, Obsulete. And then I believe we're going to sign off. Because I think we've got another race coming soon. I don't know if it's getting restreamed. I've been doing this instead of that, so I'm not currently up to date on stuff. But I know we have another race coming up, and there's a bot in chat that'll tell you what it is and when it is, which is awesome. There we go. Next match is Bagel Thief versus Jargle Bargle in 7 minutes, so I need to stop because they're going to have to set that up. So, thanks for joining me, Obsulete. Thank you for joining me, everybody in chat, and we will see you guys next mission, which is in like 7 minutes.